Have you ever had a neighbor that you feel like needs to be booted out of the neighborhood? Hi, my name is James Moore Jr. And in this story, I'm going to tell you about the neighbor who called the cops on me. This neighbor and I used to be cool. When we first moved into this neighborhood and I got to know this neighbor, I thought he was okay. There were some things about him that didn't make sense, but all in all, I thought he was an okay dude. Until one day, his son happens to be walking their dogs in front of my house, and they stop in front of my house. And the little chihuahua decides to poop in my yard. I knew he was about to poop, so I decided to pull out my phone and record the dog pooping in my yard. And his son was not paying any attention to him. Matter of fact, when the dog was done pooping, he yanked the collar and took the dog with him. I was like, okay. So then I go pick it up. Send a message to John. So I thought we were cool. Hey, John, I think your son forgot something. Attach video. Send. That's me being joking. That's me being like, not a big deal, but this shouldn't happen again. I get a text back this long talking about how I don't need to be telling him how to raise his son, and he doesn't appreciate how I came to him with this, and that I need to watch how I speak to him. Say what? Are you having a bad day or something? Send. No response. Okay, that's cool. You want to be like that? That's fine. I know we're not cool anymore. You don't have to apologize. I don't want you to now. You're dead to me. And that's how I treated him for, I think it's been almost a year now. Until just last week. I get a text from John while I'm in training for my new position, so I gotta focus. I see this text, but I don't read it. I see that it's from John, but I'm like, can't look at it right now. I'm gotta focus on the job training. I get a break 40 minutes later. I go to walk through my neighborhood. I like getting some sunshine on my face, getting some steps in because I'm standing in one position in training all day. I decided to take a little trail that's not my normal trail because normally I walk in the middle of the neighborhood because it's closer to my home in case it rains. But this time I decided to go on the back side of the neighborhood just to see what's going on that side of the neighborhood. As I'm walking on the back side of the neighborhood, I'm on the same sidewalk that I happen to see John and some neighbor talking to ahead of me. And I think, I'll just go around them. I'll go on the street so we ain't got to disturb them because it doesn't look like they're going to move anyway. As soon as I get close enough to him, I decide to go into the street. Out of nowhere, John comes running up to me. Hey, I saw you saw my text. I was like, whoa, why are you running up on me like that? Don't do that, bro. I see that you read my text. No, I saw that you texted me. I just didn't read it. Well, it says you read it. And I'm telling you, I didn't read it. What do you want? You have my son's watch. What? You mean delivered? If I have it, I'll give it to you. I gotta go. I'm on my break. Well, I'll come by and get it. I said, bro, if I have it, I'll give it to you, but I don't think I have it. And I kept on walking. Now, on the street that I'm on, it curves around to where it goes into a cul-de-sac. Before you get to the cul-de-sac, there's one more street, and then there's my street. I'm walking, I get past my street, and I decide, oh yeah, they sent me a text. I pull up the text, and it shows find my watch photo and a picture of my house with my address. And it says that someone saw me pick up his son's watch and take it into my house. Oh, you foolish. I don't have your watch. Never seen the watch. Send. I keep walking. I get around the cul-de-sac. As I'm getting around the cul-de-sac, I look back toward the street where I came from, and I see John in his truck sitting at the corner of my street in the street that I'm on. He's watching me. I'm like, okay, a little uncomfortable, but whatever, dude. I get around the cul-de-sac, and I'm heading back the opposite direction of the way I came on that street. And then I'm getting to the corner of my street and I see that John is not at my corner anymore. Now he's in front of my house, blocking my driveway. Oh, you done messed up now, sucker. Oh, my time is almost up. I gotta run. I'm running back to my house. And he gets out of his car and he's like, all right, I'll take my watch now. I said, bro, I sent you a text. I don't have your watch. I thought you meant a package. I don't have your watch. Get away from my house. You said you had my watch. I said I thought I had your watch if it was a package. Get away from my house. I ain't got time for this. I'm calling the cops. Do whatever you gotta do, man. I go in the house. My desk for my job is sitting in the front window of the house so I can see out of my window. And John's just sitting there and he's on the phone. So I record a video and I made a little Facebook post in our community group. And I say, this man is out of control. He needs to be stopped. He's claiming I have his son's watch and I've never even seen his son's watch. I don't be near this man, so I don't know how the hell I would even get his watch. Post. I get back to work and I'm just focused on work. But I'm not, because I see this man still sitting in my front of my driveway. I got to tell my trainer what's going on because I know he called the cops. So I got to be prepared to leave my training to go and talk to these cops. So I tell my trainer, hey, I just had an incident on my break to where a neighbor's accusing me of stealing his son's watch. He's called the cops. He's sitting out in front of my house. I just want to let you know that when the cops show up, I'm going to have to leave training for a little bit. My trainer was shocked. She was like, whoa, really? All that just happened? I was like, yes. She's like, okay, no problem. When they show up, just go ahead and go. I'm like, okay, thank you. I appreciate that. It's not a good look when you have to tell your trainer, you got to speak to the cops on your second day of training. Ay, ay, ay. As we're waiting for the cops to show up, my wife happens to come downstairs like, what's going on? I tell her what happened. And she's like, oh, this is some bull. So she goes out and talks to John. I don't know what was said between them two, but she came back inside upset. She's like, that dude is full of crap. Just when the cops show up, go speak to the cops. I was like, I already know what to do. All right. The cops show up. I see them show up and they go and talk to John. And I'm like, all right, I got to step away from the computer for a little bit because the cops are here, but I'll be back. She's like, okay, do what you got to do. I go outside and I wait. My wife comes downstairs. She comes outside with me. She waits for the cop to come and talk to us. Finally, the cop comes and approaches us. He has this look of, this is stupid, on his face when he walks up. And he says, all right, so what's going on? I said, well, first off, I get a text from this man stating that I didn't even I didn't read the text. I just saw that I got a text. So I'm in training right now. I got to focus on training. So I didn't look at the text. I put the phone down, focused on training. I went on my break. I went for a walk. I saw him talking to a neighbor. I avoided him because I don't like the guy. I don't talk to him. I don't speak to him. I don't interact with him at all. He approached me really wrong, claiming that I stole his son's watch. Well, saying that I have his son's watch. I thought he meant a package was delivered to me because that's not uncommon. And it's his son's watch. That's what I thought. I didn't read the text. After I got away from him and I read the text, I realized, oh, he thinks I stole it, which I haven't. So I told him I don't have the watch. So then he follows me home and then he sits in front of my driveway like he's sitting right now. I don't have his son's watch. Cop's like, okay, well, it's not like I can come in your house anyway and search for it, so this is kind of pointless. I'm like, I know it is. Cop's like, okay, well, you're free to go. Just go ahead and go inside. The cop goes and talks to John. We go inside. And once the cop is done talking to John, they disperse, both of them. I had mentioned this, what was happening to my neighbor, Terry, who eventually came down and watched the situation happen. And Terry is a neighbor who John has called the cops on a few times. John has even said that Terry's wife was stalking him and harassing him, which was a lie. Even the judge who handled the case said, oh, if you come before me with bull crap like this again, you're in trouble. So he ain't gonna try to bring me to court. Oh no, that judge is the only judge in our little county that's gonna handle that case. So he knows better. Terry hits me up a little later saying, hey man, did you give John back his watch? I was like, no, why would you ask that? He goes, well, you need to get on Facebook and check out his post because he's acting like you was the one who gave back his watch. I was like, oh, well, okay. I asked for a little bathroom break in my training. She's like, okay, yeah, go ahead. I get on Facebook. I see this post. It's a picture of his front door and the watch sitting on the floor of his front door. And it said, I'm glad I got my watch back. I wish we could have had an amicable resolution for this, but I'm glad I got it back. And I said, I'm glad you got your watch back too, but it wasn't me who brought it back. Matter of fact, why don't you post a video of who brought it back? Because I know you have cameras on your house. My wife even posted something because he apparently was saying something else, made it sound like I was the one who gave back the watch. So she posted something too on his page. Matter of fact, a lot of the neighbors who had problems with John posted on my post about how much problems they've had with him and the HOA president because they're in cahoots. After that post was posted, miraculously, 5 minutes later, both posts disappear. The HOA president deleted them because he doesn't want John to look bad in front of the other neighbors who don't hate him. Oh, but they will. He has a habit of doing things that is shady or just downright disrespectful, and he'll make you hate him. It's just a matter of time before he does the same thing to the HOA president. And when he does, I will be there to laugh in his face. We all have people in our lives that try to get under your skin. But if you are the type of person who everybody knows to be a certain way, no matter what that other person is spouting in people's ears, the truth will be seen about you. Everybody who knows me in this neighborhood knows that I'm a great guy. I'm fun. I'm amazing to be around, and I am encouraging, and I am not disrespectful. So for John to be going around the neighborhood talking all this smack, nobody believes him. Everybody sees him, but nobody believes him. So don't do anything to mess up your reputation over somebody who's trying to disrespect yours. Stand tall, be you, and do what you normally do. Well, unless your normal activity is violence, don't do that. That's my story for today. Thank you again for being at my channel. This message was brought to you by CC's Creative Fitness. If you're on your fitness journey or need a plan, CC's Creative Fitness can help you. All you got to do is go to ccscreativefitness.com, sign up for a free consultation. She'll create a plan for you, let you know what she can do for you, and get you started. CC's Creative Fitness. Love yourself first, and then spread the love to everyone else. If you have a friend or a relative that has a neighbor that they've been complaining about, send this story to them. Let them know they're not alone. Matter of fact, if you were that person who has a problem with one of your neighbors, leave me a comment. Tell me what's going on with you. I want to hear it. Again, thank you for your time. And until next time, peace.